Dear students, we are on the topic of complex number. Complex numbers. Exercise 1D. Second round first sum. Due to technical problem, I shared the sum. I could not finish. Simply, the video has been stopped due to technical problem. That is why once again I am discussing the sum with you. If Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 is a real number, here real number is the observation point is real number. If Z3 minus Z1 point, Z2 minus Z1, Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 is a real number. That's all. Show that the points represented by the complex number Z1, Z2, Z3 are collinear. Let Z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1. Z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. Z3 is equal to x3 plus iy3. Now Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 is equal to x3 plus iy3 minus of x1 plus iy1 whole by x2 plus iy2 minus of x1 plus iy1, that is equal to, write like this, x3 minus x1 plus I into y3 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 plus I into y2 minus y1. Rationalize the denominator, that is x2 minus x1 minus I into y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 minus I into y2 minus y1. Multiply separately to numerator and denominator. So it becomes x2 minus x1 into x3 minus x1 plus I into y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 next minus I into, so minus taken common, x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 minus I square meaning plus 1, that is y3 minus y1 into y2 minus y1, x3 minus x1 and x2 minus x1 plus I into, here y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1, next minus I into y2 minus y1 into x3 minus x1 plus this is y3 minus y2 into y2 minus y1. This is the numerator. Whole by denominator of the form a plus ib into a minus ib. So a square minus b square, this is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Since this is real number, Since this is real number, that means only real number. It is only real number, that is, it is not imaginary. It is not imaginary, meaning imaginary part is equal to 0. So take only imaginary part. That implies y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 minus of x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 whole square, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square is equal to 0. So by cross multiplication we get y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1. y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 is equal to x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1. That implies you can write here y3 minus y1 by x3 minus x1. That is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Depends upon this z1, z2, z3. You need to understand y3 minus y1 meaning the slope of z1 comma z3, and y2 minus y meaning slope of z1 comma z2. That implies you can write here the slope of z1 comma z3 is equal to slope of z1 comma z2. Therefore, the conclusion is that z1 comma z2 comma z3. Understand? Try to understand like this. This is z1, z2, z3. z1 comma z2 comma z3 are collinear. This is the question. This is useful for only objective, no need in IPE. Depends upon this question. Fourth question I said yesterday, it is also no need for IPE, no need for objective, simply I said that question. Now let us going to discuss about second Roman second question. Second Roman second question. Show that the 4 points of the R contain represented by the complex numbers 2 plus I, 4 plus 3, 2 plus 5i, and 3i are the vertices of a square. Given, put A, B, C, D names. A is equal to 2 plus I, B is equal to 4 plus 3i, C is equal to 2 plus 5i, D is equal to 3i. You write this one as 0 plus 3i. Draw a rough diagram as a square. Put A, B, C, D names here. You can write the complex numbers in terms of Cartesian coordinates. Right here 2 comma 1. This is 4 comma 3. This is 2 comma 5, and this is 0 comma 3. It is nothing but geometry concept. You can understand here the properties of the squares you can use now. AB, length of AB, length of BC, length of CD, length of AD, all sides are equal in the square. You should get the all sides are equal. Next one, diagonals are also equal in the square. So the 6 properties you should calculate. If AB, AC, AD, if all sides are equal, then it is a chance to get it is a rhombus also. That is why better to do all the 6 properties. Now AB is equal to calculate the distance root of 4 minus 2 whole square, 4 plus this is 4. So that is equal to root 8. Next BC is equal to root of 4 minus 2 whole square, 4 plus 4, this is also root 8. Next CD is equal to root of 2 minus 0 whole square, 4 plus 5 minus 3 whole square, 4, this is also root 8. And DA is equal to root of, this is also 4 plus 4, that is equal to root 8. Now AC, diagonal you calculate diagonal AC and diagonal BD. 2 minus 2 whole square, 0, 5 minus 1 whole square, this is simply 4. And another property is there, diagonal is root 2 times of its side. So root 8 into root 2 becomes root 16, root 16 is 4. So base is equal to 4, it is correct. And BD directly 4 we are getting. It is also indicating the property since, you write here, since AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA and AC is equal to BD, that is equal to root 2 into side. Hence ABCD represents a square. Hence ABCD represents a square. Hence ABCD represents a square. That's all. Roman number 2, second question completed. Let us discuss about Roman number 2, third question. Show that the points in the argand plane represented by the complex numbers. Let us write A is equal to minus 2 plus 7i and B is equal to minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2i. C is equal to 4 minus 3i and D is equal to 7 by 2 into 1 plus I. In this complex number chapter, 2 plus 2 plus 4 weightage is there. This is most IMP 4 marks sum and very easy question. 7 by 2 into 1 plus I, we should prove that it is a rhombus. The vertices are vertices of rhombus. Put A, B, C, D here. A Cartesian coordinates I am writing minus 2 comma 7. B minus 3 by 2 comma 1 by 2. C 4 comma minus 3 and D 7 by 2 comma 7 by 2. That meaning is 7 by 2 into 1 plus I, it is 7 by 2 comma 7 by 2. Now calculate the lengths of sides AB, AC, AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to AD. We should get, it's okay, later diagonals are not equal or diagonals are perpendicular. Any property you can do. Now AB is equal to root of minus 2 plus 3 by 2 whole square. Minus 2 plus 3 by 2 whole square plus 7 minus 1 by 2 whole square. Here 2 2's are 4 minus 4 plus 3 becomes 1. So it is 1 by 4 plus 2 7 are 14. 14 minus 1 13. 13 square 169 by 4. So this is root of 170 by 4. This is AB. Now BC is equal to root of here 4 plus 3 by 2 whole square. 4 plus 3 by 2 whole square plus of minus 3 minus 1 by 2 whole square. So 4 plus 3 by 2 means we are taking LCM. 2 4 are 8 plus 3 11. 11 by 2 whole square is 121 by 4 plus minus 3 into 2 minus 6 minus 1 minus 7 minus 7 by 2 whole square is 49 by 4. So root of 121 plus 49 becomes 170. 170 by 4. Next CD CD is equal to root of 4 minus 7 by 2 whole square, 4 minus 7 by 2 whole square plus of minus 3 minus 7 by 2 whole square. 2 4 are 8, 8 minus 7, 1. So 1 by 2 whole square is 1 by 4 here, plus 2 3s are 6, 6 7 13. 13 whole square means 169. 13 by 2 is 169 by 2. 169 by 4, 13 by 2 whole square. It is 170 by 4. 170 by 4 over root. Now dA. dA is equal to 7 by 2 plus 2 whole square. 7 by 2 plus 2 whole square plus 7 by 2 minus 7 whole square. 7 by 2 minus 7 whole square over root. Take an LCM. These are 4 plus 7, 11. 11 by 2 whole square is 121 by 4 plus 7 by 2 minus 7. So 7 minus 14 minus 7 by 2 minus 7 by 2 whole square is 49 by 4 over root. This is also 170 by 4. 121 plus 49 becomes 170 by 4. We got the all sides are equal. The property is okay. Now AC, lengths of diagonals are not equal in the rhombus. That is why calculate length of AC. 4 plus 2 whole square. This is 36 plus 7 plus 3 whole square. Or minus 3 minus 7 whole square is 100. It is root 136. Root 136. Now BD. BD is equal to length of diagonal 7 by 2 plus 3 by 2 whole square, 7 plus 3 10, 10 by 2 whole square, 10 by 2 means 5, 5 whole square 25. Next 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 7 minus 1 6, 6 by 2 3 whole square is 9, so it is root 34. Since now we can write AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA and AC not equal to BA, that meaning diagonals are not equal. Hence ABCD represents a rhombus. Hence ABCD represents a rhombus. ABCD represents a rhombus. Now page number 32, Roman number 2, fifth question. Exercise 1D, Roman number 2, 5 and 6 are there in page number 32. The points PQ denote the complex number Z1, Z2 in the Argand diagram. Y is origin. Condition I am writing directly, question I am not writing. Condition is Z1, Z2 bar. This is objective synopsis. Z1, Z2 bar plus Z2, Z1 bar is equal to 0. Then show that angle POQ is equal to 90 degrees. If P comma Q are the representation of complex numbers Z1 comma Z2. P comma Q are the complex numbers which is representing Z1 and Z2 in the Argand diagram. So let us draw the diagram. Put here O, this is P, this is Q. P by Q is 90 degrees, we need to calculate. So right here in the bracket Z1, this is Q, within the bracket Z2. So Z1 meaning is nothing but x1 comma y1, that is Z1 is equal to x1 plus I by 1. and z2 is equal to x2 plus I by 2. Like Cartesian coordinates, you can write here x2 comma y2, O meaning origin 0 comma 0. We need to prove the angle POQ is equal to 90 degrees. That is, slope of OP into slope of OQ is equal to -1. We should prove it. Let z1 is equal to x1 plus I by 1. Directly you can write given only, not only let. z1 is equal to x1 plus I by 1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus I by 2. Now condition, given condition is z1 z2 bar plus z2 z1 bar equal to 0. Bar means here conjugate complex number. I am writing z1 bar is equal to x1 minus I by 1 and z2 bar is equal to x2 minus I by 2. x2 minus I by 2. That implies substitute the values here. Instead of z1 you write x1 plus I by 1 into z2 bar. z2 bar meaning x2 minus I by 2. x2 minus I by 2 plus z2 meaning x2 plus I by 2 into z1 bar means x1 minus I by 1 is equal to 0. Now multiply term by term. Write here x1 x2 plus I into x1 not plus minus I into x1 y2 I into x1 y2 plus I into x2 y1 plus I into minus I becomes minus I square is nothing but plus 1 y1 y2. Now multiply here also x1 x2 minus I into x2 y1 minus I into x2 y1 plus I into x1 y2 minus of minus into minus becomes plus minus I square becomes plus 1. You can write here y1 y2 is equal to 0. In these terms minus I x1 y2 and plus I x1 y2 get cancelled, plus I x2 y1 and minus I x2 y1 get cancelled. That implies there are two terms of x1 x2 and two terms of y1 y2. So 2x1 x2 plus 2y1 y2 is equal to 0. Divide by 2. So that is take common as 2. Divide by 2 both sides. That implies x1 x2 plus y1 y2 equal to 0. That implies y1 y2 is equal to minus x1 x2 you can write. And next step, write like this y2 by x2 within the brackets and y1 by x1 is equal to minus 1. Those terms taken this here you can write like this. That implies next step I am writing y2 minus 0 by x2 minus 0. Put a bracket and this one you can understand as y1 minus 0 by x1 minus 0 is equal to minus 1. According to this diagram, you can understand this is the slope of OP. Z1 comma 0 and this slope of OQ. Product of slope of OP and slope of OQ is equal to minus 1. So slope of OP, therefore slope of OP into slope of OQ is equal to minus 1. Whenever the slopes are product of slopes of two lines are equal, they are said to be perpendicular. That implies OP perpendicular to OQ. It is nothing but angle mentioned between PQ is 90 degrees. So POQ is equal to 90 degrees. One time in 2004, this question given for 7 marks, because in those days this is 7 mark chapter. Of course, now it is important only for 4 marks. Next, sixth question. The complex number question I am writing here. First of all, question we need to understand. The complex number Z has argument. The complex number Z. The complex number Z has argument. Argument means here theta, angle theta. Yeah, given argument theta. The condition is 0 less than theta less than pi by 2. So it is in first quadrant only. No need to get confused about negative properties. And satisfy the equation. Satisfy the equation modulus of z minus 3i is equal to 3. Then prove that this is a variety question. Prove that cot theta minus 6 by z is equal to I. He given the argument satisfying this complex number. So we have to convert the complex number into argument form. Of course, it is nothing but modulus amplitude form. So we have to consider the z is equal to x plus I by in the form of cos theta plus I sin theta. Let z is equal to x plus I by, that is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. R into cos theta plus I sin theta. So if we take, okay, let us consider r into cos theta plus I sin theta satisfy the equation z minus 3 equal to 3. Now, modulus of z minus 3i is equal to 3. Modulus of z minus 3i is equal to 3. That implies right here r cos theta. If we take r as unity, it is better. Okay, let us write here r cos theta plus r into I sin theta minus 3i over modulus is equal to 3. That implies r cos theta plus I taken common. You can write r sin theta minus 3 over modulus is equal to 3. So modulus meaning root of component square plus component square. So r square cos square theta into here r sin theta minus 3 whole square. So root of r cos theta whole square plus r sin theta minus 3 whole square. R sin theta minus 3 whole square over root is equal to 3. So by squaring both sides you can write directly here without writing root. So it is r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta minus 6r sin theta plus 9 is equal to 9. Okay, 9 and 9 will be getting cancelled. Now r square into 1 minus 6r sin theta equal to 0 divided by r square. You can write r is equal to 6 sin theta. R sin theta is equal to 6 by r. R square cos theta plus minus 2. Yes, exactly. Sin theta is equal to 6 by r. Now we should prove that cot theta minus 6 by z is equal to I. So cot theta becomes here according to this one we can understand. Put here sin theta, put here theta. Sin theta means opposite by hypotenuse 6 by r. So this is root of 36 minus r square. Yeah. Now cot theta you write. Cot theta means this one is adjacent by opposite. So 36 minus r square by 6. Keep it right. Now 6 by z you can calculate. 6 by z. So 6 by z meaning cos theta r cos theta r into cos theta plus I sin theta. R into cos theta plus I sin theta. You can multiply with conjugate complex number cos theta minus sin theta. So this is also cos theta minus sin theta. So 6 by z you can write as r into 6 by z. 6 by z is equal to 6 into cos theta minus sin theta whole by r. Because it is cos theta plus sin square theta. Now we need to calculate 6 by z. Cot theta minus 6 by z is equal to I. So what is cot theta? Cot theta means root of 36 minus cot theta value root of 36 minus r square by 6 minus 6 by z. 6 into cos theta minus sin theta whole by r. This is I sin theta. Cos theta minus I sin theta. Whole by r. So 6r LCM. Root of 36 minus r square will not get here. So if you take r as 1, simply if you take it is without r, it is simply sin theta. Don't write r here. Don't write r here. So r sin theta is equal to 1. Here not 6 sin theta is equal to 1. Sin theta is equal to 1 by 6. Here maybe I did wrong. Let us calculate like this. Simply without taking r you can write cos theta by sin theta. This is cos square theta minus. Okay, let us continue here. This is cos square theta plus sin square theta. Cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 6 sin theta plus 9 equal to 9. 9 and get cancelled. This is 1. 1 is equal to 6 sin theta. Sin theta is equal to 1 by 6. Maybe I did wrong previous also. Sin theta is equal to 1 by 6. Draw a right angle triangle. Here put theta. This is 1. This is 6. So this is 36. Of course. 36 minus 1. This is 35. Now using this one you write cot theta is equal to root 35. Cot theta equal to root 35. Now 6 by z I am writing. 6 by z is equal to 6 by simply cos theta plus I sin theta. I said the property 1 by 6 theta is equal to 6 of minus theta. So that is equal to 6 into cos theta minus I sin theta. If you are getting any confused, you can understand that multiply and divide with its conjugate complex number. Now let us calculate cot theta minus 6 by z. That is, your cot theta is equal to root 35. Root 35 minus 6 by z. So 6 by z means here cos theta minus I sin theta. Modulus of z minus 3i is equal to 3. Here it is okay. 6 by z we got 6 into, just let us consider and prove that cot theta into 6 by z is equal to I. Mod z minus 3i is equal to 3. It is correct. Mod z means cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos theta plus 3 mod z minus 3i. Z means cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, it's okay. Minus 3 correct only. I taken gamma sin theta minus 3 modulus cos theta plus sin theta minus 3 whole square. Cos theta plus sin theta minus 6 sin theta plus 9 everything okay. It is also okay. 6 by z. Now we need to calculate here 6 into cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, let us calculate friends. Root 35 into that is equal to, let us write here minus 6 into, write the values. What is the cos theta value? Here cos theta you can understand root 35 by 6. Substitute here root 35 by 6. Yeah, now you can get minus I into the sin theta value 1 by 6. So that is equal to multiply with this 6. So now write root 35 minus 6 and 6 will be getting cancelled. This is root 35. So root 35 minus of minus plus, you write simply I root 35 get cancelled. This is I. So this is RHS. Cot theta minus 6 by z is equal to I. Of course, I did not see this question in the exam, students. You can simply leave this question. Now, successfully we have completed the chapter complex numbers. In objective, there is no observation that this question is from complex number or this question from De Moivre's theorem. There is no De Moivre's theorem chapter in JEE Mains. In MSET 1 bit is there in De Moivre's theorem, and in MSET 1 bit is there from complex numbers. In JEE Mains in advanced, everyone used to calculate the chapter complex number and De Moivre theorem belonging to same according to circular system of circle is same in other states except Telangana and Andhra. Complex number and De Moivre theorem belong to only one chapter. So after completion of De Moivre theorem, I will say object. So let us start the next chapter in mathematics 2a De Moivre's theorem now only. You are entering into next chapter, De Moivre's theorem. It is the name of the mathematician. De Moivre's theorem. This IPE weightage 2 plus 7, 9 marks. 9 marks IPE. MSET 1 bit and mains 1. I mean all together complex number and De Moivre theorem all together 1 bit. Now let us start the De Moivre's theorem. Put side heading De Moivre's theorem. For any real number theta, so theta is any real number. For any real number theta and integer n, for any real number theta, for integer n, cos theta plus I sin theta for integer n may be negative or positive. For negative integer, for positive integer, and for rational index also we can say, not for real number. So of course rational integer, negative, positive integer altogether it becomes real number. But for to need to prove this one, let us consider about positive integer. Let us consider in proof it is positive integer. Only one time we face this question, 7 marks proof they asked in 2008 or 9 I think, not 2012 or 2013 they asked. So better to prepare the proof also. For any real number theta, for any integer, the formula is cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta, this is the proof. This proof we can say by the mathematical induction method. Let proof I am discussing with you. Let the given statement be Sn. Let the given statement be Sn. That is, the statement is cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. If n is equal to 1, we can write, if n is equal to 1, simply you substitute the value 1 instead of n. So cos theta plus sin theta whole power 1 is equal to cos 1 theta plus I sin 1 theta. Of course it is correct. That is nothing but directly you can understand that cos theta plus I sin theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. That's all. Cos theta plus I sin theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Therefore, we can write here S1 is true. S1 is true for n equal to 1. Whenever Sn is true for n is equal to 1, let Sn is true for n is equal to k, we should write. Let Sn is true for n equal to k. Whenever you have written like this, already plenty of times you have completed in first year. So you need to write here cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k is equal to cos k theta. Cos k theta plus I sin k theta. That's all. Like this we thought. Now we should prove that. Sn is true for. We should prove that Sn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Now to prove that Sn is true for n is equal to k plus 1, we need to prove that here cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k plus 1 is equal to cos of k plus 1 theta plus I sin of k plus 1 theta. Now you write here cos, considering like this, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k plus 1, that is equal to, you can write here cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k into, dot here, cos theta plus I sin theta, I have written in the form of a power m plus n is equal to a power m dot a power n. That is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. We thought that cos theta plus I sin theta whole power k, already we thought that it is cos k theta plus I sin k theta. Cos k theta plus I sin k theta into, this is cos theta plus I sin theta. That is equal to multiply by term by term. So you can write here cos k theta into cos theta plus I into sin theta into cos k theta. Sin theta into cos k theta plus again I into cos theta into sin k theta. Sin k theta into cos theta, anyhow you can write it. I into sin k theta into cos theta plus this I into I square I square becomes plus I square only, so plus I square becomes minus 1. So minus 1 you write sin k theta into sin theta. Yesterday I said the proof cis of alpha dot cis beta is equal to cis of alpha plus beta. Directly we can write. Of course I am proving because this is IMP for 7 marks. That is equal to, now you write the terms cos k theta cos theta. Cos k theta cos theta minus sin k theta sin theta. Within bracket you write first and last term have taken plus I you take common. Now you can write this one as sin k theta cos theta plus cos k theta sin theta. That is equal to, you can understand here, this is the form cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. This is the form sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So cos A cos B minus sin A sin B becomes cos of A plus B. You can write here cos of k plus 1 into theta or cos k theta plus theta. Theta I have taken common to written like this. Here plus I into, here also sin A cos B plus cos A sin B becomes sin of A plus B. So here you write sin of k plus 1 into theta. Whatever we need to prove, now we should prove that Sn is to for n is equal to k plus 1. We proved here. Therefore, we can write Sn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Sn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Hence, at last we should write like this. Hence, by the principle of finite mathematical induction, by the principle of finite mathematical induction, finite mathematical induction, Sn is true for all small n belongs to capital N. It means for all positive integers it is true. Therefore, at last you can say cos theta plus I sin theta. We proved cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta. This is the proof of the De Moivre theorem. I said that here the proof of De Moivre theorem for only positive integers. Now let us discuss about negative integers also. Put side heading De Moivre's theorem. For negative integer, here I am writing, let n is equal to minus m. I am writing. Let n is equal to minus m. That implies, right like this. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n is equal to. So where m belongs to z I am writing. M is an integer here I am writing. M is an integer. Maybe it is a positive. If m is positive integer, n becomes negative integer. So cos theta plus m is positive integer. Cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n, you can write cos theta plus I sin theta whole power minus m. Right like that. So 1 by, you can write this one as cos theta plus I sin theta whole power m. Now you can understand that a power minus m becomes 1 by a power m. Anyhow, for the De Moivre theorem, cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n or m or anything, we can write like this: cos m theta, cos m theta plus I sin m theta, cos m theta plus I sin m theta, like that we can write. Now you multiply with opposite symbol. Opposite symbol means here by with the conjugate complex number minus. With the conjugate complex number you can multiply. That is cos m theta minus I sin m theta. Multiply and divide like this, cos m theta minus I sin m theta. So that is equal to numerator becomes cos m theta minus I sin m theta. Cos m theta minus I sin m theta by this is cos square theta plus sin square theta, directly 1 you can write. So this one you can understand cos of what we thought n is equal to minus m. You can write here cos of minus m theta plus I sin of minus m theta, because cos of minus theta is cos theta and sin of minus theta is sin theta. Now you write minus m, we thought simply it is m, and here you can write cos m theta plus I sin n theta. Instead of minus m, we thought this is n. So for negative integer also we proved that cos theta plus I sin theta whole power m is equal to cos theta plus I sin whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Next, for rational number, let p by q is equal to n. So p by q is rational. So for rational index also we can calculate the De Moivre theorem. So simply n is equal to p by q. So this is qth root of, directly we can write qth root is there, another constant. In next constant I will say directly, now I am writing cos theta plus I sin theta whole power p by q is equal to, if directly you are thinking n is p by q, then you can write cos p by q theta plus I sin of p by q theta. For rational index another proof is also there. It is called as nth roots of unity. Depends upon nth roots of unity, we can discuss in another model also. Okay students, you have completed the De Moivre theorem proof. Let us going to discuss about De Moivre theorem examples in next class.